Good evening. Just another, it's been a while since I've done another video weblog here on YouTube. Well, actually, my many years old YouTube channel. That, and today has been the 16th day of February 2021. And today, earlier today, I did was it get myself out of this wheelchair, that I'm sitting in, and I did take out my trash to the communal with a dumpster box, across the lane from where I live, here at the Frost Residence Cooperative Mobile Home Park, and today, I did that. That was also today was that I had to with it call in, uh, to the Rite Aid pharmacy, at Schutt's Corner, which is about 1.2 miles north up New Hampshire Route 28 here in Derry, New Hampshire. There's Rite Aid big box pharmacy chain store there. That I had to get my refill for refill my medication for tamsulosin 0.4 milligrams per day, from my urologist, as a person with of course, with it being, with it like in my early 60s, that having the usual male, as it, uh, male with a reproductive anatomy issue, as it, uh, that, which relates to, was it the prostate gland inside my body. Plus, I also had to make a refill of have a refill of my medication for, was it uh, Lexapro, which helps me not just with unipolar depression, but also with anxiety, and also it helps with my natural, was it uh, autistic prey animal anxiety, that which is part of having autism. And of course, after I got my medicines delivered to me, I took and after lunch, I went out to took a walk for today, total round trip using one of my rollator walker frames. There was it help keep me on my feet. It hobbled 0.6 miles round trip. Was it 6/10 of a mile round trip to the dairy convenience store and back, which is in the Hillside Shopping Plaza. Oh, now we'll note that this past weekend, I received my latest order from Amazon.com. Once a month, I'll make a 20 to $30 purchase at Amazon, and it's of things that I need as a person with lifelong disabilities. And what I did this month, that fiscal month, that I ordered myself one pair of the adultclothdiaper.com's Leak Master was it brand 0.007 inch was it thickness adult plastic pants in size 2XL. Was it? I could go up to a 3XL with it, but 2XL works fine with it. Uh, and these are very very thick, heavyweight plastic pants that have fully enclosed waist waist elastics and leg opening elastics. Of course, it's been was it a full year of was it uh, more or less lockdown with the COVID-19 virus pandemic, and so was it and the only time I've been getting out, was really once a week, was it having one of my church friends or or my Celtic music friend, that I've done Celtic music with, was it all throughout 2019, was it when my late younger brother Nate was alive, and so that to get me out to do my weekly grocery shopping, you know, and already this month, as it I've already was it last week, was the beginning of my fiscal month, the previous Wednesday, and I paid off most of my bills. So I'm just running on was it whatever's left, afterwards, with it. Got to save some money for the. I got to pay $109 to the Derry Medical Center. Was it family practice? Was it a copay? For something. Then I've got to take and pay off the American Express card and the and my internet access bill. So get that paid up. So, anyways, those bills are coming. Internet access and the American Express card. And the only thing I put on the American Express card, is a that there's a American Express card. It just was it. They said, one purchase per month from Amazon.com, and I purchased and just was it a couple video streaming services, for about $6 a month each, the and of course today I've been pretty much like any day, as it spend most of my day in my sitting here in my wheelchair. That I said, that I'm only a part-time wheelchair user as a person with the cerebral palsy. Of course, I'm not going to get out of my wheelchair right now, is it because essentially I'm going commando, is it, and commando and just wearing was it, utilizing my McGuire male urinal urine collection system device. That where I have was it the external catheter, condom type catheter, that in a drainage bag slung underneath my wheelchair. Of course, my days were with it pretty boring mostly. Uh, watching television online, reading books, sometimes picking up my guitar. Of course, house chores that I've got to get done. Uh, because of just me, myself, and I. Of course, when it comes to vacuuming, vacuuming my modest manufactured mobile home here was that I get myself out of my wheelchair, was it down onto the floor on all fours, then I was a crawl around like a baby to take and use the vacuum cleaner. Then try to keep up with it, like vacuuming, my kitchen chores. That also with it, have to take and make sure also with it every 2 or 3 days or so was it empty out my the empty out a diaper pail. That so I said that I try to keep myself busy during this COVID-19 lockdown so I don't go stir crazy from the loneliness. It's important to take that uh, stay stay busy so you don't go flipping off and what it flipping off into never land. That helps keep me sane and grounded. But that I do go to the was it uh, worship at First Parish Congregation of the United Church of Christ here in Derry, New Hampshire, which is was famous astronaut Alan B. Shepard's was it home church. That haven't had was it face-to-face worship services for pretty close to a year now. That we go is that log into with the into Zoom to take and go to church every Sunday. Is it and you got the pastor, that one of the deacons and the organist was it the music director at the church. With it in a makeshift was it uh, television studio. Is it to the stream online via Zoom and Facebook. Every single Sunday worship service. And of course, we usually get with like 30 some odd people with it jumping in on Zoom, and another 30 or more people with it jumping yeah, in, on worship on Facebook every Sunday. Of course, I do miss was it it's been a today is of course Mardi Gras. It's a Fat Tuesday. That the day before was at Ash Wednesday, the beginning of Lent. So, and it's been a year since was it uh, Nate and I went. My late brother Nate and I went to the Fireside Restaurant and Grill, taken that joined with a Celtic music session ensemble. The let me just see. Sorry, I'm that just trying to catch my thoughts. That you know lost my train of thought here for a second. That the Celtic music group ensemble. That it's been a year since we've been together. That last played. That my played my guitar with them, and my late brother played the. So the and of course that I play my guitar. Was it accompanying with it. The fiddles, mandolins. The uh, Irish drum, and of course other with it guitars. With it last the Mardi Gras slash Fat Tuesday was it uh, was the last music session that uh, my brother was it played our late father's violin. Before he passed away. Was it a few passed away in March last year. And yes, I miss him quite a lot. Because I'd be in my bedroom was it practicing my guitar, and my brother Nate would be here in the living room and practicing playing Celtic tune, Celtic music on fiddle. Yeah, it's kind of lonely without my brother. Yeah, well, Anyways, I am trying to hang in there and just try to, uh, survive this COVID-19 virus pandemic. Oh, I will note that a couple Saturdays ago, I did was it hobble a mile north up the road to the West Running Brook Middle School. A couple Saturdays ago to attend the yearly school board was it as a uh, deliberative session before the town elections that happened. Oh, question if I got any more new mangas. I haven't been to the. I will note that I have not been to the Barnes and Noble bookstore in Manchester on New Hampshire Route 28, which up in Manchester is South Willow Street. That uh, that I haven't been there in over a year. The last time my brother was when my brother Nate took me up to the Barnes and Noble bookstore. In January of 2020, a year ago. So that someday I'd like to have one of my church friends take me back up to the Barnes and Noble bookstore, to take and so they get another manga to add to my collection. But at most, was it favorite things I like to do? One of my favorite things I like to take and do: backyard astronomy, and I like to take and watch the my favorite uh, television show, which is about astronomy, is the BBC's The Sky at Night, which has been on television since 1957. That's a favorite TV show. And the favorite thing I like to take and do, of course, shoot video. I also like to shoot video, because I'm still a volunteer for Derry, New Hampshire Community Public Access Television, Derry, New Hampshire's in-town cable TV public access channel. But since the pandemic hit, is it uh, the the channel has had to be go on more or less autopilot, for the last year, and nobody's been producing any new programming except for just remote. Remote was it camera operations of the Derry Town Council meetings, which is about boring. Well, it's almost time for me to take sign off. As it uh, can't think of anything else to say. As it uh, except that on Friday, one of my church friends is going to be taking me out grocery shopping. To my once a week grocery shopping trip. And on the shopping list is besides food for myself, will be food for my pet guinea pigs, and of course, adult diapers and disposable bed pads, for incontinence. So to make sure I don't run out of those. And of course, was it? I'm just hoping it doesn't get too cold, with it, with it, because it doesn't flip back into with it subarctic cold with it, because doesn't do doesn't do my cerebral palsy, muscular spasticity in my legs. Well, time to sign off. the just thinking here now. As I myself was it, when I was it, here's something I will note was it that tell everybody out there in the cyberspace, the friends in the disability community, is that uh, when it comes to uh, buying videos, DVDs and Blu-ray discs, I always go for the $5 pile and the $4 piles of DVDs and Blu-ray discs at the Walmart. That uh, when I use over at the Walmart, that taking that that's where I get most of my DVDs and Blu-ray discs now. That I always go through the rummage through the discount bins. With it before I'd with it, because I'm not paying like 20, 30, and $40 for like the DVDs and Blu-ray discs. The only parts of the Walmart that I go to with it here, we have the mega super Walmart here in Derry. I just go with the first of the pharmacy healthcare products department of the Walmart. That I don't get my prescriptions at Walmart. I get my prescriptions at the Rite Aid pharmacy, but I stop there to purchase, the uh, to purchase bar soap, and of course I buy a 32 count package of there was Assurance brand, the uh, large/extra large size adult diapers, and I'll buy a 18 count package of the disposable bed pads. Oh, Jen, I do not have a full, complete fursuit anymore. The fursuit that I originally had, which was a rather toony-looking wolf, I I gave it away to the First Congregational United Church of Christ in Pelham, New Hampshire, which I used to belong to. That they can somebody taken used it, taken was it be in the parade at the Pelham's Old Home Day. The so that all I have now is just a furry cat head, which I'm going to take and make some modifications to eventually. Also, I'm going to have to try to find a fair furry of cat paws and a cat tail to take and make a partial fursuit eventually. The cat head is black. That so one of the ways I'm just was it just to get online, just to tell everybody that I'm still here, and I'm still safe, and that And yes, I did get a COVID test. Was it not too much, not too long ago? Was it because last month I had a last month I had to take and chug down a 60 ounces of 60 or 70 ounces of, was it like seltzer water laced with Miralax, and also was it like half a day before that, was it uh, popping a couple of popped a couple of Docalax tablets, to take and poop myself out, for the because last month I had a fiber optic butt light shoved up my rear end. And of course, it was time for my was it to have a colonoscopy, with a month ago to screen for colon cancer because I'm in my 60s as far as age wise, and of course the result of my colonoscopy was that was that everything is normal up inside my manure hole. So I gotta wait thing for the co-pays for that to thing show up in the mail. Of course, every couple of years, I've got to take and have a MRI scan, to take on my head to take and just check up on a what's it a the benign meningioma tumor that's in a physical location in my brain that can never be operated on without uh, turning me into a vegetable. It has nothing to take and do with the cerebral palsy or autism. I will note that, as I was not very happy last Saturday when was it the Senate acquitted Donald Trump again, because as I see it, Donald Trump was guilty as hell of was it inciting that uh, inciting that riot back on January 6th. If I were to have been incited a riot like that, as it stand on a podium and said and incited a riot, that I would have been hauled off to jail. Well, anyways, I gotta take sign off.